Hey guys, how is everyone? It's Gigi. Come on into my kitchen. Today we're going to put together something quick and easy. And I saw Brenda Gant make this, and it is in her first cookbook on page 147. And I know that my husband loves pineapple. Anything with pineapple in it, he just loves it. And I know that every single one of y'all probably follow her and probably saw her make this, but it sounded good to me, and I had everything to make it. I said, I'm going to make it for my husband. Also, I've got my mother-in-law coming for a visit. She's coming in and staying a few days with us, y'all know, because my son's getting married this weekend, and so she's coming to stay with us, and so I'm going to let her try this too. So I have got Miss Brenda's cookbook. As a matter of fact, I have all of Miss Brenda's cookbooks. Okay, so today we're going to make her pineapple dip. Now I am going to divvy from it just a little bit. The reason being is I try to watch and control my sugar intake. So I have the crushed pineapple. I have it, of course, I have it completely drained. It's been draining for 30 minutes, but it's in light syrup, and I drained as much of that syrup off of it as I could. And I'm also, instead of, her recipe calls for granulated sugar. Now I'm going to be using a plant-based stevia zero sugar, but it measures just like sugar. This is the one that I'll be using, the granulated from the stevia leaf, okay? And so I'm going to be using that. Other than those two changes, I'm not making the full recipe, and she didn't on her video yesterday. I think she used 2 blocks of cream cheese, but since I'm just doing a trial run, I want to make sure that we're going to like it first. She said that it's her granddaughter Bay's favorite dip, and so let's get started on it. Okay, I'm going to be just making, I'm going to be dialing back her recipe. I'm just making a small batch just to see, you know, how we're going to like it. I'm going in with 1 block of cream cheese, and it has been sitting out. It is completely soft and room temperature, and I am going to be using 1/3 cup, since I'm only doing 1 block of cream cheese. I'm going to be using 1/3 of a cup of my zero sugar granulated sugar substitute, okay? So we're going to put that in, and then I'm using this small can. This is the 9-ounce can of crushed pineapples. We're going to put those in. Like I said, I've been letting those drain, and I've got the pineapple juice reserved over to the side. Don't know what we might do with it. Miss Brenda drank it, and she said, oh, she was having a bad hair day. She went to bed with her hair wet, and she was having a bad hair day. And I said, well, so am I, Miss Brenda. That's why I got a ball cap on. Y'all never see me with a hat on, but today we got a hat. We're gonna wear a hat today because y'all don't want to see what's up underneath this hat. Anyhow, I'm going to, and I have grated some cheese, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and give this a mix. I'm using a mild cheddar, okay? Let me see if it says what cheese to use. She just says 1.5 cups of finely grated cheddar cheese. So I guess whatever cheddar you like, but I'm using the mild. You can use the medium, the sharp, or whatever. Okay, so let's start out on low. Smells really good. All right, let's add in our cheese. Now, I'm doing a generous cup of cheese, okay? Probably too much, but in my book, you can't have too much cheese, so. This says to mix until light and fluffy. And I will give it a taste test to make sure that my sweetener that I'm using is supposed to be like a sweet dip, but I know pineapples are sweet too. And since I try to watch my sugar, I figured between the sugar and the pineapples, it would be sweet enough. Let me grab my crackers. All right, let me get this plated up. I've got me a bowl and I'm gonna open my crackers and I will be right back. All right, I've got it plated up. And guys, we're gonna give it a try. She said to serve it with the buttery crackers. I've got the Ritz crackers, and that's what we're gonna use today. I think it's gonna pair quite nicely with my organic Georgia peach Roar flavored water. And I just happened to be thinking, because like I said, I use the sugar substitute in it. And if I love it, my husband loves it, we're getting ready to go on vacation in a couple of weeks to the beach, and this is going to be such a nice, refreshing, cool dip for me to make while we're at the beach. I think this would go over really, really well. And I thought about that, and that's why I've got my beach hat on and my beach shirt, and I'm thinking this is a real beachy dip. I think it would be pineapples, and that would just be a perfect little dip. So let's give it a try. Oh, I'm through reading the recipe now, so I'll. Okay, Miss Brenda. You didn't steer us wrong on this recipe at all. This is delicious. No doubt. Whoa. No doubt. My husband's gonna love this. Guys. Delicious. Y'all need to make this for sure. For sure. And like I said, if you have Miss Brenda's cookbook, it's in her first cookbook on page 147. Y'all seen how easy, quick and easy we put that together. Anyhow, thank you, Miss Brenda, for sharing all your great recipes with us. This is a winner. I will be making this again. Listen, I'm going to go, but if I can encourage you before I leave, please go be the hands and feet of Jesus and his mouthpiece. Share his loving kindness with somebody this week, okay? Somebody very close to you, no doubt, stands in need, and God can use you to be a blessing, okay? All right, I love you guys, and until we're back together again in my kitchen for another great recipe, this is Gigi. Bye-bye.